have the capability of chewing my toenails.
I'm in talk show hell, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby. This is Talk Soup, the show that makes you crack up even while you're cracking up. Hi, I'm the clean shaven John Henson. It's all gone now, Tommy.
What happened to it?
It's a baby's butt. Didn't you watch the weekend show? You were here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. You remember that.
Yeah,
It's
Giuseppe.
We did it Friday. Giuseppe Franco. That's right. And today, guess what today is?
What?
Howard Stern's birthday. All right. Check him out, man. The king of all media turns a year older, and we are all that much richer for it. Happy birthday, Howard. Coming up, kick smack the easy way. We'll meet a woman with 300, counted 300 personalities, plus an expectant mom blows off a little pre-labor stress. Oh, Lordy, I don't think you're supposed to throw punches after the second trimester.
Oh.
That's, doctors say that anyway. First up, if you had to come up with a list of the coolest actors in Hollywood, Samuel L. Jackson would have to be somewhere near the top. Right after like Bronson Pinchot and Judd Hirsch, probably. Then he'd be third. Jackson's current film is Jackie Brown, but he's already looking towards the future. As this Conan highlight reveals, he's about to travel to a galaxy far, far away.
Let's talk about, you got cast in the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
exciting.
It was a ball.
And you're a huge Star Wars fan going back to the first movie, right?
Oh, yeah. I was at the first screening of Star Wars on 44th Street. I was in the very first screening. I was there with all these other guys. Everybody was already rolled up. That was during the days I was using. I
don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
You brought fruit roll-ups with you.
Yeah, of course.
Always nice to have a snack,
Of course, but by the time they went into warp space on screen, everybody there was just kind of stuck to their seats like... It was a happening thing. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. So I have been a fan since then. And
in the upcoming Star Wars prequel, Samuel L. Jackson will be playing the character Obi-Wan Kenobi. Don't bogart the Force, Luke. Conan enjoys the company of Mary Lou Henner Wednesday on Late Night. The bubbly actress can currently be seen in the stage revival of Chicago. Head rush. What's the one thing you do when nobody's looking? That's enough out of you. I know where you were going.
Really?
Wait a minute. That wasn't a question for you guys. It was the question of the day on a recent edition of The View. Brace yourself for the answers from Meredith Vieira and Jackie Brown star Pam Grier. Enough already. I don't want to hear it.
Pull money out of my bra.
Oh, you do?
That's one of them. And then the other's cleaning up, dog poop.
Nobody watches you do that?
Who wants to? they go, oh, I don't want to do it.
So you keep your money in your bra?
Yeah, and then I ride roller coasters.
You do?
Yeah, I'm into roller coaster riding in Los Angeles. I'm a freak for speed. I am.
Well, I'll tell you who won't be riding with you. Those things scare me. Go ahead,
come
Meredith.
on.
What do you do, babe? I have the capability of chewing my toenails. We have elevated this show to a new level. I said I have the capability. But you know what killed me back there? Meredith, look at you. You have your feet. You can do it. But we were talking about this question yesterday, and planning it. Some man said what every man does is they put this and then they smell. And that's what men do when nobody's looking. I just wanted to share that as a sisterly... Now you go ahead. That makes toenails seem like nothing to me.
She has the capability of chewing her toenails? Oh, my God. The very idea is coarse, disgusting, and grotesque. But I'd pay good money to see it. I'll tell you that. I'd go, sure. If there were a cover, like in a 2-drink minimum, I'd cough it. Sure. Bring some singles. Wednesday on The View, the gals get gabby with actress Linda Dano. Hey, Linda Dano. She'll talk about acting on the soap Another World. And Meredith Vieira will pick her nose and eat it. When Ray Lynn was a child, She claims her Satanist parents involved her in a bizarre child abuse ritual. The trauma of that experience caused her to develop multiple personality disorder. In this Lisa highlight, Raylyn exposes her childlike persona to describe experiences within her satanic cult.
What's in the room?
People that weren't alive, and they're just...
Were they children?
Some of them were mostly big people.
Were there arms and legs?
Well, that's all kinds of people, but they're not like they're not together like.
They weren't together.
Yeah, they weren't. No.
You tried to put them together.
It doesn't work though. If you try.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
No, you know what? There are a lot of people here today who want to hear what you're saying, and they've just met you, and you've just seen them for the first time, and they're just listening. They agree with you that they don't want the babies to be hurt, and it's scary to hear what you went through. It's very scary.
Raylyn has over 300 personalities. She's also a mother. Wednesday, Lisa hears from teenagers who have gone to great lengths to hide their pregnancies. Some have even thrown the infants away to avoid telling their families. Coming up on this revolutionary edition of Talk Soup, a pregnant mom kicks some prenatal butt. Yeah. Damn it. Plus, kick smack in 3 hours. Montel will show you how. But first, Elvis slips away from the Burger King to marry a happy couple.
For I'll never have suspicious minds.
For I'll never have suspicious minds.
And I promise, Mama.
I promise, Mom.
Never to treat you Moody Blue.
Never to treat you Moody Blue.
It's the...
You should have kept it. You should have kept it. It made you look like Tom McNamara.
Oh,
Then you just start working on the gut.
I'm telling you, man. Jeff came in this morning and told me that the final vote, when all the votes were tallied, was like 198 to get rid of it and 208 to keep it, 211 to keep it. Folks, we tape at 10 a.m. on Friday morning. You got to get your calls in on time, for God's sake. What good does it do me now? I'm bald. I'm thinking of growing back the Fu Man. The Fu Man, I think, was my favorite. Should I grow back the Fu Man? Let us know. 213-954-2711. Call me and tell me if you like the Fu Man. I might. Had Elvis survived, odds are he wouldn't be hitching couples in Vegas. But that hasn't stopped heavy guys in jumpsuits from posing as preachers at the Graceland Wedding Chapel. In this primetime country highlight, Gary Chapman takes us behind the scenes for a heart-touching walk down the aisle.
I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
Take the Elisa.
Take the Lisa.
For I want you.
For I want you.
And I need you.
And I need you.
Because I love you, baby.
Because I love you, baby.
And I promise.
And I promise.
Always love you tender.
To always love you tender.
And never.
And never.
Leave you at Heartbreak Hotel.
And leave you at Heartbreak Hotel.
For I'll never have suspicious minds.
For I'll never have suspicious minds.
And I promise, Mama.
I promise, Mom.
Never to treat you Moody Blue.
Never to treat you Moody Blue.
For today.
For today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And forever.
And forever.
You'll always be my little good luck charm.
You'll always be my little good luck charm.
As I will always be.
As I will always be.
Your one and only.
Your one and only.
Your very own.
Your very own.
Hunka Hunka Burning Love.
Later, the couple retired to a reception where they were treated to peanut butter and banana sandwiches, Nutty Buddies, Zagnut bars, and a platter filled with barbiturates. Yeah, they do it all out there. Like Nutty Buddies are the best. Of course, after you get through the Nutty Buddy part, then you just got that leathery cone and the vanilla ice cream. Once the chocolate and peanuts are gone, it pretty much sucks. Wednesday on Primetime Country, Gary welcomes the singing duo known as the Lynns. Peggy and Patsy are the twin girls of coal miner's daughter herself, Loretta Lynn. Having Robin Williams as a talk show guest is more than a handful. Now imagine him on the same show as funny lady Tracy Ullman. Oh, that's rip-snorting hilarity to the nth degree. And that's just what you're going to get in this Tonight Show highlight. Here's Tracy reading a selection from her new book, Tracy Takes On.
Raylene says, what pisses me off about royalty is you have to learn all their names at school. It's so bloody confusing. You know, you got William I, followed by Henry II, then Charles III and Malcolm V. I reckon that'd be easier to remember if they had names that showed their real character, like George the Nutcase, Henry the Serial Killer, Edward the Shirt Lifter, Victoria the Fag Hag, right up to Charles the Jerk, who ditched the most beautiful woman in the world for a woman who looks like a horse.
Who said you can't go home again?
So what are you taking on this Sunday? What do you...
I say that a lot. Yes.
That's
You have these voices in your head the whole time.
You don't go away, you know.
No.
And then you go to New Zealand and it just gets better.
That's right, absolutely.
And then it changes when you get to South Africa.
And you like the little koalas? Blick people.
Blick people.
I know, blick people.
You know,
I
just work here.
No, I met my match with
Get on the other side of him, drive him nuts right now.
Welcome to Talk Show Hell. I'm in Talk Show Hell, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm in talk show hell, man. At least you get a decent paycheck. Wednesday on The Tonight Show, Jay mulls things over with Goldie Hawn. Hawn will explain what she's been up to since acting in that Woody Allen movie, Everyone Says I Bore You. I love you. Whatever. Everybody says I love you. In the old days, heroin addicts took methadone to counteract the effects of withdrawal. These days, kicking the habit has become less time-consuming. In this Montel highlight, we'll watch on as a young woman named Kasia is cleaned up by a revolutionary 3-hour medical treatment assisted by Dr. Lance Guberman.
We start an intravenous line, and we hook up all the monitoring equipment, and then we give medications through the intravenous line, and they lose consciousness. Then we proceed with removing the opiates from their nervous system by administering more drugs through the intravenous line. Now, those drugs push the opiates off the brain and take the place of the opiates on the brain. Withdrawal starts immediately, but because it all happens at once, it all comes off at once, the withdrawal proceeds much more rapidly than it would otherwise. They lay there perfectly still, totally anesthetized, so that when they go into withdrawal, their bodies don't show that reaction. While they're going through the withdrawal, there are some signs that we can see that the withdrawal is occurring. In many patients, you can see their hair stand on end, and you can see the goose flesh. After they've been asleep for 3 hours, we know that they've gotten through most of their withdrawal. We let the patients gradually wake up. Kasia, it's Dr. Guberman. Okay. You're doing fine. As the anesthesia wears off, they wake up, they get stronger, and we let them take over the functions that we were doing for them.
In a follow-up segment, it was revealed that Kasia is now clean and sober, and that the doctor is still going by the name Guberman. Wednesday on Montel, secret admirers will come clean about their feelings. Tune in as a lovesick gal is set up on a date with her next-door neighbor. Still to come on Talk Soup, an expectant mother prepares for labor and a nasty fistfight on the Jerry Springer Show. We'll have all the prenatal action. And straight ahead, this morning host Jane Robelo prepares to get married. Watch her get misty as she tries on gowns next.
Let's see. One straight. Is at 9 Eastern and Pacific. Only on the Discovery Channel.
John Henson, I want to lick your beard. John Henson, you're hotter than Kinnear. Sexy is your beard, so please don't shave. Then I promise to be your love slave. John, please don't shave your beard. It makes you so studly.
You know, why now? Why now do they come out of the woodwork? Where were they when I looked like I had eaten a dirty peach? Nothing. Now all of a sudden they're everywhere. Over the weekend, this morning host Jane Robelo broke the hearts of hundreds with the news of getting married.
No.
Yeah.
Jane is?
Yep. You understood that sentence, right?
Yes, I did.
Good.
What did you say?
I can't say it again. To prepare for the big day, the perky anchor took off last Friday, but that didn't stop the CBS production staff from following her around in hopes of squeezing out a segment or two in her private bliss. In this clip, we'll watch Jane and her best friend visit a bridal shop in Brooklyn.
It was the moment of truth. Now's the hard part. Wow, look at all these. My. I ought to be able to do something in here. Y'all can't see this part. You don't want to. Okay, so after all the fun and goofiness, there comes this moment when you actually put on a wedding dress and you look into your dearest friend's eyes, and it really hits you both. You're getting married.
I just had a moment. You're weird. It's wonderful. Oh, that looks so gorgeous on you. Makes my arms look fat.
Immediately after buying the dress, Jane and her fiancé caught a flight to Vegas where they were married by a fat Elvis impersonator in a jumpsuit. Oh, love.
Was that with that other?
Yeah, that was them. That was Jane Robelev. Wednesday on This Morning, get some investment tips from financial consultants Ken and Daria Dolan. They'll talk about putting your money in some newfangled retirement accounts. When Debbie was 30 years old, she was found guilty of murdering her own daughter. At the time, she and her common-law husband, John, were living on a farm in Texas. One day, their dogs led John to a hill where Debbie's daughter lied with a huge gash on her leg. Before dying, the little girl said she was mauled by the dogs, but authorities saw differently and charged John and Debbie with murder. They were convicted and sentenced to life in prison. Up next, Debbie tells Sally all about the evidence that set her free.
While you're sitting there in prison for 5 years, what happened?
Well, we both began to fight to try and get out and to prove our innocence. And there was an attorney appointed to John to work on his appeal. And he then came to me and asked me if he could help me since he was already working on John's. So he worked on both of our cases.
What did he uncover?
He took the pictures of April and took them to pathologists, world-known pathologists. And they took one look without even getting into great detail, and they seen that she had been killed by the dogs.
Without
one look.
needing to know anything.
Yeah.
The autopsy pictures. He got experts
Yes.
on your behalf. The charges were dropped and her name was cleared of all wrongdoings 5 years after she was released from prison.
No evidence was ever found to directly link the death to Debbie. She and John broke up after the ordeal. She says her reputation has been marred forever. Wednesday, Sally meets the wives of cheating husbands. Will they ever be able to forgive the no-goodniks? Or is it time to drop a few pounds and hit the singles bar scene? Find out Wednesday. If you like to laugh, then you're probably familiar with the work of Rita Rudner. She's the wry stand-up comedian with a delicate voice. But before she earned her bread and butter generating yuck, she was a classically trained dancer. Up next, Rita demonstrates her ability to amuse and dazzle with her dance moves on The Later Show. Getting amused and bedazzled will be fill-in host Richard Jenny.
You look like you're still in good shape. You could probably still dance. Now, if you...
I would be very bad, but I could still do it.
Could you still do like a high kick now?
Well, I guess I could.
Would you want to see her do that?
Oh, high kick. Wait a second, wait. Is there a stretcher standing by, just in case? Okay, I'm doing some warming up. Okay, here I go. Okay, Richard, now you.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Bend right down, and we go down to the floor. And we okay, that's enough. Okay, that's very
I hope
good.
you're satisfied. I can never have children.
Okay, so this is what I used to do for a living. Now I tell jokes. You want to see?
Let's have a look.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. Coming up after the break, a woman could quite possibly go into labor on the Springer Show.
As we talk, you're already 9 months pregnant.
Yes, I'm due any day now.
Good. How about tomorrow?
I'm John Henson. This is Talk Soup. I have no idea who you are or what organization you're affiliated with. Juanita and Hubert have been married for 3 years. 2 months ago, they broke up, and now Hubert is sleeping with an 18-year-old girl named Clarissa. Adding insult to injury, Juanita is 9 months pregnant with Hubert's baby. That's right. She's expecting a little bundle of joy. And we're expecting a lot of fireworks in this highlight. After all, it's the Jerry Springer Show.
As we talk, you're already 9 months pregnant.
Yes, I'm due any day now.
Good. How about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, not today. Now, do you think he loves you?
Oh, I know he loves me.
Okay. So,
And she has nothing to offer him. I've been with him for 3 years. She'll never be able to give him the 3 years that I've given him. And I'm going to be in his life for the rest of, his life. We have a baby together. So, you know what I mean? He'll tell her.
well, let's meet her now. Here is Clarissa.
Hey, fight fair, pregnant lady. None of this 2-on-1 stuff.
Yeah.
Was a great highlight, though. But it could have been even better.
Juanita, it looks like hospital bands on your
Yeah, I just came from the hospital. I was having contractions this morning. I was hoping to beat her butt and have it tonight on Jerry Springer Show.
You are?
Oh, what a combo that would have made, huh? The miracle of birth and the horror of prenatal pugilism. Wednesday on Springer, Jerry comes to the rescue of a 1,200-pound couple. He'll help the 700-pound husband get out of the house for the first time in 2 years. And that about wraps up this edition of Talk Soup. I'm John Henson, reminding you that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Unless you have an HMO, and an ounce of protection is worth half an ounce of cure with a 3-week wait. So long, plebeians.